Day 3 of ICCC Con. You guys tired yet?
Not too bad today.
All right, Mike's tired.
I was.
can already tell.
I crashed in bed last night.
I was say, what time? I know we're kicking off now, but I'm going to go back to last night. What time did you go to bed?
Midnight.
Time did you go to bed?
Went to bed close to midnight.
I went to bed at 10:30. 9:15. 9:30. What? You didn't party all night?
He was the first one to retire, and then after lobby sales, we were heading back to the rooms, and he stopped off at his, and he was dead for the night. And then DB and I were like, well, I was like, what if they've opened up new rooms? Come on. I know they had lobby sales, and we saw most of the rooms down there, but they were like, I was like, come on, and sure enough, we found some new rooms.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Get anything
$100 later.
I was about to say, you get anything good?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Any hammerheads?
Yes.
Oh.
In the lobby sales last
What's the
night,
number?
I found them 15 more.
15?
Last night out of one bin. And they were like $5.
We don't have a soundboard, but I'm giving you this sound. Sheesh.
No, you're not on camera.
No.
Scruffy, tell your wife how many you bought. Scruffy, tell your wife how many you bought.
You're probably pushing 40, right?
Jim, I need this
Probably.
camera right now. Pop it up.
Between the odds and ends.
Am I on? Yes, you're on.
Scruffy, tell your wife how many you bought.
At least 40. Okay, let me rephrase. How many did I buy? 15.
True, I bought the other half.
Oh.
I'm an enabler.
Tell Scruffy's wife.
I will admit. Well, she knows that I am an enabler. In fact, it was ICCC 2 years ago that I even got him started on the Hammerhead Army, because he was only gonk to start, and
You know I do a cameraman at work,
here.
right?
Just come up here. Just come
Yeah.
on up.
Yeah,
just
yeah. We
come
might
up
as well have you come up here today.
Just get up here. So,
Oh, hold on.
2 years ago, he was gonk Army only, and we were on the sales floor here at the Sheraton, and I said, you know, what about a Hammerhead Army? Because we found some really cheap, and that's all I had to do, and the rest is history.
So I would like to state for the record that this is not my fault. It's his fault.
Bro,
and
you
I-
can keep saying whatever you want, but your wife's not going to believe you.
That's true.
And I would like to state for the record, I can quit anytime.
That's what we all say, and we're still Hey,
But
quitters only quit.
Do you hear
don't
that?
be a
Quitters only quit. Don't
but
be a
in
quitter.
retribution, I am now collecting R5s, and
R5. Is that a hard
R5s,
one?
absolutely.
Okay, I'm assuming you both are talking vintage.
Yes.
100%.
I'll do both.
Okay, because I don't know if there's a modern hammerhead, and I don't know if
Yes.
there's a modern.
There is a modern
There are
hammerhead.
modern R5s because they brought them back from Mando, which was
Oh,
I
yeah.
true.
absolutely love.
That is
bringing
true.
it
I
back.
forgot. I didn't know if they made a figure of him.
Did
yet.
you know in Mando, when you first see him in Pellies, he's still got the scorch marks from the blown
Yeah.
Yeah.
power converter?
Yeah, that was a cool little,
It's a
little
cool little
throwback.
detail.
That was an awesome throwback.
So are we supposed to be
Yeah.
talking about day 3?
Yeah, day 3.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
think we
well,
are.
Day 3.
I did. Hey,
Right?
I did state that we're going to pause day 3 for a second and go back to last night to discuss how much money we spent. I actually
No,
made
no,
money.
no,
so
no.
it
We're
was
not.
great.
We're not discussing how much money we spent.
Okay,
Are you sure?
just look right here and tell your wife how much it was.
Nope. Not happening.
And tonight we're dragging him to the new rooms that he hasn't seen yet. We were sending him pictures. Shh.
Yeah, bedtime. 7 o'clock tonight.
You hear that? That sounds like divorce papers being signed.
Now, I will state for the record, she's very supportive of the hobby.
That
That's
is
good.
a wonderful woman.
Yeah.
The habit.
That is,
Yeah.
I caught that.
Do I call this a habit or a hobby?
it's both.
It's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I would define it more as an obsession, but okay.
Day 3.
Day 3.
All right. We're day 3 here at ICCC. We're in the podcast room. Guys, it's going to be a busy, busy day. We've got some huge guests today. We've got, hopefully, now this is all depending on their schedules and their signings and all that. We all know that being
Yep.
on this podcast stage,
Yep.
that no one's guaranteed. But we're hoping to get Billy D. Williams. We're hoping for that.
Awesome.
Crossed.
My producer is telling me that he's confirmed with security that he is bringing him.
Still several hours though.
Still
Yeah.
several hours away. Warwick Davis, who's next door signing to us, which is kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
We can get him here.
I'm assuming one of us could just run. Hey, Warwick, you're supposed to be on the show. Can you just come on over?
Probably just knock on the wall and tell him.
We've actually got a big hole in the wall right here behind the backdrop and our door.
How
access
hilarious
door.
would it be
We're
if
just gonna
that
reach
door
through
opened
and
and he
grab
just
them.
like came in? Somebody call me?
Somebody, what do you want? I'm busy.
Wouldn't that be?
I'm trying to sign. Yeah, so hopefully we'll have Warwick on the show. We're also going to have Wedge. Dennis Lawson's going to be on the show.
Rock on.
We're going to have Gold Leader
Nice.
on the show.
Awesome.
And we're going to have Biggs Darklighter.
That's
So we're going to have basically the Red and Gold Squadron on the show today.
So a cool little thing about Biggs, or actually it's about Carson Teva, Paul Sun-Hyung Lee, the guy that plays Carson Teva. When he was brought in to Lucasfilm to get fitted for everything, when he was going to first play Carson Teva, they used Biggs's helmet, actual helmet, to size him.
Really?
And as a fellow Star Wars fan, I mean, how much cooler? It doesn't get any cooler.
No.
While they were working on finishing his, so when they were doing all the rehearsals and everything, he was wearing Biggs's helmet,
That's
awesome.
cool.
which is dope.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
That is super dope.
That is really cool.
We're going to have a lot more podcasts on the stage today too. Not just and we'll be breaking in. Usually we save Saturday for our big fuel debates. Yes. Those kind of days. Yep.
There we go.
I think this year is going to be Acolyte. We're going to talk Acolyte.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Likes and hates.
Let's do it.
I'm pretty sure there's more hates than likes.
What are you talking about? It's a masterpiece.
It's a.
What time is Mike's slot?
Wait, did it get
I
deleted?
don't know if I call it. A
I don't see
masterpiece.
Mike's slot. Oh, sorry, bro.
Oh.
He's Sunday at 7.
Y'all the weakest link. Goodbye.
Oh, well, I'm out.
We're also gonna have a lot of people on the stage. Ooh, I don't care about that. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you missed any of the great interviews that were done
Thank you.
yesterday,
Sorry.
make sure to go over to the ECPC TV or
was
the
a word check.
ICCC
Uh-oh.
Facebook pages, YouTube channels, and you can catch all of those great interviews that we did on here on the stage yesterday.
Shh, I think his wife's calling.
Actually, it's his daughter.
Nope, that's my
Oh,
daughter.
okay. I was about to say, how awesome would that be? I would need you to answer it and be like, "Hello, honey.
Hello.
Hi, honey. How are you?
How are you?
No.
What the hell did I just see you
You could just literally see the hand come out of the phone and slap him.
Can you imagine if we get a phone that does like holograms?
Yeah. Yeah. You're forced to wear sensors that'll
Right.
simulate the
That
hologram.
would censor the hit.
Yeah.
Like, oh man. Trademark. We're gonna trademark that.
Right there we go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, go back and watch some of the past podcasts and guests we've had on. Tim Rose. Oh my God, that was such a great show
was a great
yesterday.
podcast.
That was a great show yesterday.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of those are the shows that I love. Like I'm excited for Billy D. Don't get me wrong. And Work. I'm
Yeah.
super excited.
Oh, absolutely.
They are going to be so much fun. But those little interviews are so.
It's the little nuggets that you
good.
get, the little
Yeah.
nuggets. Like when we talked to the Chris's and we saw their panel on the main stage, just those little bits and pieces that you never really get to hear otherwise. Everybody always follows the big stars, the principals, and hears all their stories and listens to all the gossip and everything. But it's the background characters, the supporting roles, that really, their stories are just phenomenal.
Yeah, and somehow they. One thing I noticed listening to a bunch of the shows yesterday was how they like fell into Star Wars. It wasn't like they were seeking it. Like Constantino with his buddy was Lando or was Billy
Corey.
D. Yeah,
Corey
Corey
Saunders.
Williams.
yeah, and he's like, hey, just come play for the cast. And crew.
They had a jazz band. And
Yeah.
They were on college break. This is in Billy's book, by the way. And they were on college break and visiting Corey's dad, Billy, on set when they were doing the whole Pit of Carcoon scene and Jabba's sail barge. And they were playing for the cast and crew at night because they were both in a jazz band, jazz fusion, I think he said. And and then actually Billy got hurt with a pyrotechnic, hurt his leg, and they were going to do the scene where he's hanging upside down, and it was too painful. So that's actually Corey hanging there in that
Welcome.
scene. And that's how Corey got into doing Star
Yeah,
Wars. And it was just cool little things. And then Constantino they were roommates and everything. And just,
Right.
one thing led to another.
It's just so crazy.
Yeah,
it's so
cool,
crazy.
Cool stuff.
Yeah,
And
it-
it didn't even say, "Oh, Constantine." He said, "I'm not an actor. I'm a musician."
right.
Yeah.
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 Who just happens to act
Yep.
in some things.
Yeah.
Right on.
Happen to
Good.
be in something that's so special to so many people.
Mhm.
You know.
So before we go, we only have a few more minutes. I want to start. I'm start here, you here, and then I want to. What has been the favorite thing so far of the con?
This stage.
This stage?
This stage. Yeah, we've got.
Stop it.
I'm not kissing, but really, okay. No, it's like we just said, like we just talked about, hearing all the stories, hitting the main stage, listening to things there, listening to the stories here, because for me that's what it's about. And then anything I can do to add to the flair.
Are you at 37?
I am working on 37 pieces. I am. Not
We got to get this guy to 37 pieces. Does anybody have flair?
Please.
Yes.
Help this man.
I'm at 21, so I still have a ways to go, and that is not.
And 21 is only the minimum, sir.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, sorry. But room sales have been great. That's been another great part of the show. And then just walking and seeing all the celebrities out on the floor.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Mikey.
I think that's kind of part of it. You know, the people is always the favorite part for me of this
Mm-hmm.
con. I mean, just the people that put it on, the guest stars, you know, the vendors that you see every year, the
Right.
friends you make.
Right.
I mean, just the interactions you have with everybody. It's just it's so memorable every year. You
Yeah.
know, especially with these guest stars. You think, you know, with a lot of these corporate cons, you know,
Right.
you don't get to walk up and just talk to them. Well, they're walking around on, you know, the main floor just like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's cool. You get to just meet them. I think it's a lot of fun.
The other question I wanted to ask you and you when we get done with you
Uh-oh.
is your VIP experience. Because you two are VIPs. So have you felt the VIP presence? That's the question
Yeah.
I want to ask.
I would say so. Absolutely.
The earlier entry, the Thursday, being able to get out there where there's not so much traffic, you're not so congested, is you're able to walk around and actually get to everything before the masses do, I guess.
Yeah.
The
Right,
autograph
and
lines
you've
have been
able,
fine?
And
Oh,
you've been able
absolutely.
to get all your autographs, so you're done
Oh,
now,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
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 How were those lines?
We still got
Autograph
2 days
lines?
of con.
They've been great. I mean,
Okay.
I was able to walk in right into Warwick Davis with
Yep.
no issue. I mean, it's been fantastic. Everybody I've walked up to, it's been amazing.
That's
absolutely.
good. That's good. That's what I want to hear. Because the VIP experience here is its own VIP. It's its own experience. I'm a VIP at New York Comic Con. I always go every year VIP or I don't. And so I always like to see, you know, the fans out there. Is it worth buying the VIP? Is it not worth buying the VIP? It's always the back and forth.
Right.
Yeah.
But I always want to hear the experiences. Was it
And
worth it? Was it not? Oh, they could have done this better. They could have done that better.
Well, and in that VIP experience here, like I've met Biggs before. I've had his autograph before, but it was at a corporate con where they're pushing you through as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
There's no interaction. You know, I was able to stand there and talk to him for a few minutes yesterday versus last time it was here, sign, get out of the way.
Yeah.
There's 300 more people behind you waiting
Right.
in line.
Yep. Yeah. And that's
Awesome.
always a
Definitely
great
made it
thing
worth
about
it.
this.
That's awesome. Your favorite experience so far?
Listening to these stories up here on the stage or, you know, in the room, because, you know, with the VIP gets you access to those rooms where you get to hear that interview.
And speaking of which, you got the VIP private
Yeah.
Q&A with
Yep.
Warwick.
Yeah.
Warwick,
That was
right.
great.
Warwick.
That was great.
And, you know, like I said, I've met some of these people at other cons, but, you know, it was a push and shove, get in, get out of the way, and, you know, you're being herded like cattle, more or less,
Right.
versus the VIP experience here. You have time. You have that time for that conversation, that one-on-one, and just to sit and say hi. Or you run into them in the hallway, or almost get run over by Warwick Davis, you know. It's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can run. Ward Davis can run over me anytime he wants.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
I was shopping
absolutely.
in a booth and he rolled right up next to me. I'm like, oh, hi.
Hi. How are you? Well, guys, we're gonna leave it there. We got to get this was just a kickoff show. We got podcasts coming up. Stick around. If you're still looking for something to do on a Saturday, come down here. There's still tickets available. You can meet Billy D. Williams, Warwick Davis, see this family vibe. This is definitely a family vibe. So come on down and hang out with us.